Did you know Dracula's full name is Dracula Vlad Tepes? This information comes from the Symphony of the Night instruction manual, where it is also revealed Alucard's real name is Adrian Fahrenheit Tepes. The name Vlad Tepes calls back to the original inspiration for Bram Stoker's Dracula character, a real-world prince known as Vlad III, or called Vlad Tepes, three-time ruler of the Valahia region of Romania. When translated from Romanian to English, Vlad Tepes becomes Vlad the Impaler, referring to his widespread reputation for the cruel and unusual punishment of his enemies. The name of the Castlevania villain, and by extension Bram Stoker's Dracula, comes from Vlad III's nickname, Dracula. In Romanian, Dracula means son of Dracul, referring to Vlad II Dracul. Diving even further back, the name Dracul was derived from the Latin word Draco, meaning dragon. References to Vlad Tepes can be found in Symphony of the Night itself as well. The one-time use item, Power of Sire, is a magical spell that will kill all enemies on the screen or inflict massive damage to boss characters. If the player looks closely at the background when this item is in use, a portrait of Vlad III Tepes can be seen outlined in a rainbow of colors. The Castlevania games draw inspiration for characters from a diverse range of sources. Some are easily recognized, like Medusa, Frankenstein's monster, and Death, but others require more robust historical knowledge to spot. The Castlevania Bloodlines boss Elizabeth Bartley is likely based on a real Hungarian countess named Elizabeth Bathory. Bathory is the world's most prolific female serial killer, earning her the nickname the Blood Countess. Although she never faced trial, she was accused of murdering hundreds of girls. Some legends even say she bathed in the blood of virgins, believing it would help her retain her youth. The Castlevania 64 boss Guy de Rais is named after the French army leader who fought alongside Joan of Arc. The real-world Guy de Rais was later convicted as a pedophiliac serial killer of children. Some Castlevania characters derive names and traits from historical literature. The recurring boss character, Carmela, is a reference to an 1871 novel of the same name by Sheridan Le Fanu. In the novel, Carmela is a beautiful lesbian vampire who wore a mask to hide the fact that she had been dead for decades. This is why Castlevania's Carmela is always depicted with a mask. The Aria of Sorrow boss, Headhunter, is similar to Princess Langwidere from the third installment of L. Frank Baum's Wizard of Oz series, Ozma of Oz. In the book, the vain Princess Langwidere lives in isolation with a large collection of heads of beautiful women, which are interchangeable on her neck. Though it's possible the actual inspiration came from the 1985 Disney film Return to Oz, in which the character Princess Mombi has magical powers and the ability to change heads, similar to Princess Langwidere from the books. The Aria of Sorrow boss Balor is taken from Celtic mythology. Balor was the king of a race of supernatural giants known as the Fomorians. Some legends say Balor had only one eye that wreaked destruction when opened. The recurring boss character, Karasuman, is influenced by both Christian and Japanese mythology. The word Karasu means crow in Japanese, and it's thought the character is partially based on Karasu Tangu, supernatural beings from Japanese folklore that take the form of humanoid crows or ravens. Karasuman was referred to as Malphas from Dawn of Sorrow onward. Malphas is the name of a crow-like demon from Christian hell who has 40 legions of demons under his command. The Symphony of the Night boss Grand Falloon is named after a concept from a 1963 novel called Cat's Cradle by Kurt Vonnegut. In the novel, a Grand Falloon is a satirical reference to a group of hive-minded people who share a similar belief. The group is described by Vonnegut as a proud and meaningless association of human beings. The Grand Falloon in Castlevania would be a literal representation of this idea. The Japanese version and English localizations after Symphony of the Night refer to this boss as simply Legion. It's not just the boss characters that come from history and folklore. Random grunt enemies also have interesting origins. The Bitterfly enemies from Symphony of the Night are referred to as Konkons in Japan. A konkon is a mythical bird from the Machupe religion and is also found in Chilean and Argentinian folklore. These magical creatures have the head of a human with feathers and talons, and they fly using their exceptionally large ears as wings. The recurring enemies Giant Skeleton are sometimes referred to as Paranthropus, sharing a name with an extinct species of human that roamed Africa over 2.5 million years ago. Another skeleton enemy wanders the halls of Dracula's castle with its skull detached, kicking it as an attack. This enemy is called Yorick in the English version, a reference to the character Yorick from Shakespeare's Hamlet, a dead court jester whose skull is exhumed by the gravedigger. Besides the characters in Castlevania, many of the series' locations also have real-world parallels. The castle scene in the FMV opening to Symphony of the Night for the PS1 appears to be based on Neuschwanstein Castle in southwest Bavaria, Germany. This palace was commissioned by the reclusive 1864 King of Bavaria, Ludwig II, as a personal refuge for solitude. The castle depicted on the Japanese cover of Castlevania 3 and the American cover art for Symphony of the Night is based on Mont Saint-Michel Abbey, located off the coast of Normandy, France. The abbey was built upon a rocky islet founded in the year 708. The cover art of Castlevania Dracula X features a fortress inspired by another real-world castle, Bran Castle, located in Romania. The in-game graphics feature a different castle, however. This one appears to be directly inspired by the titular location in the Hayao Miyazaki film Lupin III, Castle of Cagliostro. Castles weren't the only features in Castlevania artwork influenced by outside sources. The pose Simon Belmont is seen taking on the original cover for Castlevania appears to have been inspired by a painting called The Norseman by American fantasy artist Frank Frazetta. The cover art for Castlevania 2 also drew inspiration from unrelated artwork. The background depicts Dracula posing in a manner that appears to have been based on a vampiric figure from the cover of the Dungeons & Dragons Ravenloft module. The background image of Dracula was removed from the European release of the game, possibly due to copyright concerns. Before we end today, Did You Know Gaming would like you to know that it now has shirts for sale at theyeti.com, both an Ocarina of Time infographic shirt and Did You Know Gaming logo shirt. With that said, don't forget to subscribe to Did You Know Gaming and follow Did You Know Gaming on Facebook and Twitter. Make sure you also check out didyouknowgaming.com, and if you like this video, check out our other videos. My name is Markiplier, narrating this on behalf of Did You Know Gaming. You can find my channel through the link in the description below or through the annotation, where I play many games, do some sketches, and other silly stuff. Please check it out if you feel so inclined. Thanks again for watching. Bye!